I'm sharing my screen again.
Okay, so where do you leave us? Okay.
Okay. So basically what I did, anti-gravity as free things sometimes disturb us. So it was disturbing in the last time. So I just uh, stopped the anti-gravity and turn it on again. I mean, opened again. So I just written a simple prompt. I want to create an auto email reply agent for Gmail. The same thing that I explained earlier. And then it started working. So if you face the similar thing, just close and restart your anti-gravity. And now it's saying it created an implementation plan. So as you can see, this is the architecture overview. I already talked about it earlier in the presentation slide. So here is the Gemini LLM. It has Gmail inbox, knowledge-based JSON, and it has send reply. All right, so this is the process. It will create those kind of files as we are building it with Python. So gmail.py, knowledge-based JSON, and other files. And there are some requirements to create this agent. We need Gmail API access that we already enabled. We need 0 to authentication flow. We need Gemini API. We also have to check our .env file for storing those API keys. And this is the complete implementation plan. As you can see here, it has all the functions. So I'll not go now in the coding part. I'm thinking to keep it as simple as possible. So suppose you just written a prompt, then it will create an implementation plan. Just check the plan. And if you want to proceed, then simply go ahead. So
And your prompt was 4 or 5 lines only.
yeah,
That's
it's
it.
very simple.
Yeah.
Okay, and as you can see, my folder is completely empty. So it's now creating all the project files. So the first file is requirements.txt. Also created now creating the env file where we will store the Gemini API key. I mean, my goal is to just show you guys how simple it is to create an agent. You can create any kinds of agent, and you also don't need to host them on the cloud. You can host it on your own machine for your own purposes.
Anti-gravity waits for your submission of it asks you if you give it access.
Yeah, you need to give access upfront, submit, allow, number 1. It's waiting for your submission, submit.
Down right.
Sorry, I was focusing on another monitor. So this is the knowledge-based JSON. Right now, as you can see, we have to update this file as it has company name, role. So we have to use our own information. Suppose my name, what we are doing, what I'm doing, or what I'm serving. So all the things, as you can see right now, it's just a fake or dummy knowledge-based.json. So we can just change all the text. We can update it with our own real information. So it will work more perfectly. And okay, so this is the configuration file. So let's accept all the changes. We are waiting for the main agent script. So it's created.
I just want to tell you the people that there are 2 anti-gravity. So you have anti-gravity 2.0 and anti-gravity IDE. If you are doing this kind of things, both are free. download. So make sure you get the IDE is the old version, but it is more for coding and this kind of agent creation. The other one also is agent creation, but I prefer IDE for some things, and I use anti-gravity 2.0 for something for other things. I will share as well later on that. Yeah. It takes a while, but this thing, yeah, a lot of permissions. I mean, it's good that we are giving a lot of permission. You don't want to give a these agents are very powerful. If you give an agent power, it can do all kinds of things. I think Google just last week announced that Google Spark there you can run it on the VM on their virtual machine, so it will not be on your desktop. So you don't have to be afraid of you giving. Okay, this is something happens with the token. Okay, yeah, you're using heavy one, Opus 4.6.
Yeah.
Keep on trying, retry. Yeah, now accept. So obviously when you
You
do
can
feed,
try to use Gemini model because in the anti-gravity cloud Opus has a very much limitation from
yeah.
the tokens.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
once you have
I
selected it, you
suggest
can.
you
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
to create a cloud MD file when you're using a cloud, because from every prompt you input, it read first the MD file and working more properly and more straight. Just this is my experience with the cloud because I'm using it and I've got a workflow with some agents.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now this is the walkthrough. We have to what we need 3 steps. So first we need the Gemini API key. So Gemini also gives us free tier for API. So what you need to do, you have to just go to Google AI Studio and then create a project, and it will give you an API key. You can use it for free. Maybe they provide $5 uses in the free tier. So this is the thing. So first we need the API key. So let's say we have to go to, I mean, as you can see, it has the direction. If we just show the walkthrough, so it has the direction. Add your Gemini API key, open env file and replace with your key. So just go to here and paste your key. So I already copied the key. And then this is the first step. And then in the second step, we have to enable the Gmail API. And then we have to download the Zero client ID. And we have to just rename the credential.json. Again, we have to go to here. And so let's say if we just move to Zero constant skin, we already enabled the Gmail API. We have seen how we can enable that. And then we have to download the client ID. So for that, suppose if I go to credentials, so create credentials and 0auth client ID, just click on it. And application type here, we are using desktop app. So we have to choose the type is desktop app, and then simply just create. And now it's saying to download the JSON. So just click on it, download JSON. And we have to rename the file like this, credentials.json. So let's rename the file. And let me save it to documents. Say I have so many files similar to this. So let me send it to here or in the test. We are right now in the test folder. So let's save it here. So as you can see, this is the credentials.json file, what we downloaded right now. So this is the second step. And in the third step, we have to simply run our agent. So let me copy and open the terminal. And from our terminal, just paste the command. So as you can see, it's now, it's what it's doing now. It's trying to do the zero auth part. So I have to choose a mail. So let's say I'm choosing this one. Suppose I'm verifying the account with this one, and then just choose this one. Okay, we can save together. Yeah. And we have to give the permission and send email on your behalf, and then just continue. So the authentication flow just completed. You may close the window. So let's close the window. And as you can see in the terminal now, if I let me increase the font size so that it will be easier for you to understand or see what's happening in the terminal. Text editor, say, let me search for that. Font size. The font size is not 12. Let's make it 20. And okay. Okay, so if we check in the terminal, let me zoom it up, scroll up. Yeah. So this is our agent. It's now working. We can check a preview. I mean, the authorized for authorized. So what it's doing now, as we authenticated with our Gmail. So here, what it's doing now, it's using Gemini 2.0 Flash model. Okay. And it has a knowledge base. We already checked the knowledge file. This was the file. We have to change it according to our need. The knowledge base.json file. And suppose, okay, let's say company name is Smart Capital. And I don't want to change anything now because it will take more times. And then the agent, as we can see, the agent is running in the knowledge base, loaded total 8 entities, and found 5 unread emails. That means it's now able to read our emails. So let me go to Gmail. Let's see it has 5 or not. So, okay, we are seeing those accounts. I mean, those unread emails. So I'm pretty much sure it will not able to reply right now because see, it's now using Gemini 2.0 Flash. So this model is now discontinued from Google. So we have to change or update the model. So let's say, let's find the model first. Gemini 2.0. So in the config.py, it has the model Gemini 2.0. It will not work because it's discontinued from Google. So just change it to 2.5 Flash, and let's kill the terminal. And we have to run the prompt again. I mean, run the command again from our terminal. Let's say, let me just hit enter. So it will run again. So as you can see, our model is now Gemini 2.5 Flash, and it's now ready. So it found 5 unread emails and it started processing. Okay. So let's see what it does. Okay, go from Google, we can see a mail. So let me check the activity and make it allow. Yeah, it was me. Otherwise, it sometimes it gets serious. Someone maybe tried to hack our account. Okay, so now if we receive any email in this account, our model will reply automatically. So, and it will check after every 60 seconds. So let me send a mail from a different account, or anyone can send a mail.
No, you do it quickly. You just open another
Yeah.
profile and yeah.
Okay. I'm just sending a mail. So here is my different Google account. So I'll send a mail from there. Yeah, so as you can see, we received a mail which has a subject, nothing. And the message was, I want to create an agent. What would be the cost for that? So as our agent checked in every 60 seconds, so we'll check, we have to wait for that. It will read the new message and it will answer. Mahbub Alam, you want to say something?
No, I'm just thinking we also have the other one also, the other code. So we have to probably rush through the second one quickly. But this one, we're almost to the end here. It's coming. It's coming.
Okay.
But this is probably the most complicated part of the agent building. A lot of the other things, if you're not automating reply back, and if you're using for your social media or something like that, those are so easy, which I'm going to show. I like the easy parts.
Yeah, and I think we have an issue with the Gemini API key. Maybe I already used the
Yeah.
free tag, so I have to change the key. I have another key, so I'm going to just change it. That's
Okay.
why
Yeah,
it's not
continue.
responding. So my goal was to show you how you can simply create agents in that way and use it for yourself, because I have so many agents. I use them for my own purpose.
Yeah.
And
Afran, let's move to the next section. I think this is a
yeah,
okay, to show you guys also what is happening is we have a lot of our own projects. I don't know if you've seen it. We have our own APIs, but here we wanted to make sure we only use the free ones, and obviously it has been tested a couple of times or many times. So I guess you have to use another Gmail account and create another key. Uh, so it's the access to the LLM is probably what is blocking. But I think you can see that how it works.
yeah.
So
Although
Afran,
I have
yeah, go
already
ahead.
a working agent. The similar like this.
Yeah.
So I can also show it from there. I mean, how it answers. As you
Yeah,
can
no,
see,
I can testify that there is
yeah,
a
if
response.
you check,
Yeah,
yeah, if
yeah.
you check those things, so those are auto replied with our agent. So those are the auto reply. I mean, agent replied automatically for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, so this is good, Afran. I think definitely it should work, and you will have the not only the video, you will also have the slides. So Afran, let's move to the next
The
the
cloud code part.
plot code, yeah, and then because we only have 1 hour left. I want to finish that one in 10 minutes if you can, just very quickly show them, and then I want to go through some of there's so much agentic, and then there is business case. Oh my God, there's a lot left. Let's rush.
Yeah.
Just talk to the cloud one maybe instead of showing it. Just talk to it. Let's not do the demo.
Okay. Okay. I already opened another one. I mean, the last one, it was working because I have to debug maybe some issues. So I think I can show from the last one.
Okay, make it quick.
Yeah. So let me share my screen again. I think you are able to see my screen. So this one is the tested one. Last time email auto reply, as you can see. So the same thing what we did right now. I mean, the same code, everything, but this one is the tested one. And as you can see in the console, we can also check the responses as well. So if I now move to the, I mean, in our Gmail. Okay, so um, so it started processing one by one. See, so this one is so those all are auto-replied emails. Okay.
All right.
Let's move forward. Let's move forward.
Great. Thank you.
Yep. So now we have another thing, which is AI assisted development with plot code. So assisted development is basically vibe coding has two terms, is normal vibe coding and another is AI assisted development. So normal vibe coding is not that much powerful because it creates like landing pages or portfolio pages, like not so many things. And maximum times it doesn't have any backend with vibe coding. Like there are so many platforms, Lovable, Rocket, Bolt. So those are for normal vibe coding. But there is another thing, which is AI assisted development, which is really powerful. So with AI assisted development, I mean, we can do the same thing with Cloud Code. We can do with Codex. We can do with anti-gravity. But now, I mean, today we are going to talk about Cloud Code as it's very powerful. We already experimented in 10 to 15 projects, real life projects, and it was working like out of the box. So suppose you have a project idea. Let's say you want to create an e-commerce, you want to create an LMS, learning management system, or like Udemy, or you want to create whatever you want. Okay, so you have a project idea and how you can create this project with AI assisted development with your own. So now we are going to see how we can do that. So for now, we are going to focus on Cloud Code. So in the next slide, you can see what is Cloud Code. So Cloud Code is an AI coding agent that lives in the terminal. We know about that. So it does file awareness, run commands, fixes bugs, build projects, multi-file. It has multi-agent options as well. And then if we move to think before you code, the planning mindset. So what we do, the first mistake we do I mean, let's say I'm trying to create an e-commerce project. So what I will do, I mean, this is the first mistake we all do. We just go to our AI model and we start writing, create an e-commerce project. And then with the output, maybe it's a beautiful UI or it has some basic functionalities, but at the end of the day, we are just wasting tokens because it will not help you in your real project. So before creating a project, we have to plan what we have to do clearly. So first we have to do research, deep research. We have to understand the problem properly. Then we have to plan all the features. Suppose an e-commerce app has different features. Payment gateway has also different types. Suppose for filtering product, for searching product. So if, I mean, each of those features has also more things, more features, small features. So we have to define everything properly. If we define everything properly, the output would be exactly what we are looking for. And if we can create data models, APIs, file structure, then then using the Claude code, it will be more structured. Because right now, I think you already tried to create or coding with Claude code. So without file structuring, it will pick anyone from its own. Suppose, let's say you are creating a Flutter project and your project needs a different architecture, suppose block architecture or provider architecture or riverbot. So AI will choose it from itself. If you can choose that I need, you have, if we say like create the project with block architecture, so then it will follow this architecture. So we have to mention each and everything properly, otherwise it will create something from itself, and then we have to change again, and it will increase our bill continuously, as Claude code is a paid option. So we are using regularly Claude code and it charges really high. And then build, iterate. Then if we move to the next slide, so project research framework before writing line one. So we have to define the problem. Who is the user? What does success look like? Then there is other thing like research existing solutions, design the architecture, write a project brief. And then if we move like for Claude code, what should we do and what we shouldn't do? So as you can see, start a Claude MD file. So it's very powerful if you start a Claude.md file. So it will keep summarize everything or whatever you are doing, because maybe you will work for a month. So it will forget the last things for context window. So if you just set up a Claude.md file, then it will be very helpful for your project to keeping summarizing all the things. Then always commit to Git before major changes, break big tags into small. Suppose you need to create a add to cart option. So try to create into small parts, not a complete. Before creating a complete feature, try to break it in small parts so that it will perform more better. And always write detailed explanation. And then review every file to create before moving on. Use compact when context gets too long. So this is very important. If you use the compact, it will not use so much token, so that the cost would be less actually. And
Yeah, that is very important because when, especially in the cloud, when you write anything, it actually uses the entire information once again. So you burn a lot more tokens. So if you make it compact, it's kind of summarizes all the historical context window, and then you are able to, you know, get 99% of the information and move on from there, and you
yeah,
will not be burning so much token.
yes. So also we have to test our code as well. We have to check every line of code. Although we are not writing the code, but we have to check the code. Suppose you are creating an e-commerce e-commerce platform and it's a payment gateway. And if the code is the payment code or product pricing code coming from the client side, then anyone can change the product price. Let's say it's $100 product, so I change it to $1, and then I can do the purchase. So this is what happening nowadays when we're doing coding with LLMs. I mean with AI. So we have to check every lines of code before moving to the next step. Otherwise, there could be a big issue with the security. And there have some guidelines as well. Don't use it blindly for security critical codes. Don't change too many tags in one prompt. Don't forget to update Claude.md file. So if you just follow those structures, see like effective prompting for Claude code. So suppose you need a login system and you have just written build me a login page. So what it will do, maybe you only need the Google login or the phone authentication or Facebook authentication. So if we can clear everything what we are looking for, then it will give us really a perfect output. Like instead of just saying build me a login page, if we say create a login page using Next.js or Tailwind. Suppose we are using Next.js to create the web application. Also for styling, we're using Tailwind. And then we are also saying field email and password on submit post to API, show error toast on failure, redirect to dashboard on success. So it's clear. This one is just I'm saying create a login page, and the same thing I'm explaining here. So if you explain in detail, it will answer whatever you're looking for. So there is basically 5 things: context, tags, stack, constraints, and output. So if you just maintain this style, then definitely you'll get a great output every time. And here is a how to finish a project step-by-step guide. Create a Claude.md file, what I have said already. Build feature by feature. Review and refactor, generate the scaffold, write test together, and finally deploy. So we should not say like this, create an e-commerce and build it, deploy it to production. So yeah, and Claude Code has a multi-agent approach. I'm trying to move fast because I don't have much time. So with the multi-agent approach, you can divide a large task into small tasks, and you can provide small tasks to a single agent. Suppose I have 5 things to do. So instead of giving the whole thing to one agent, we can create a planning agent, research agent, coding agent, then review agent. So with this style, multi-agent approach, it will behave like more powerful. It would be more powerful and the code would be really strong. So that's all from my side about Claude Code. I'm not going in the practical part for now because of time. But if you need any help, you can message me or you can do any question if you have any confusion about those things.
Super. Thank you, Afran. So I'm going to take it over quickly. 1 minute. Where do I go? Okay, slides. Share. Okay. Okay. While this was happening, a very interesting thing happened. I forgot that I had my agentic agent running for a. So I have created an agentic agent for me to buy a ticket to Amsterdam, and I said, I put a very tough. I'm a tough guy, so I put a very tough, challenging, and I said, okay, when the price is less than thousand euro, $1,000 USD, then go and buy it. Okay, so and as we are having this conversation, I suddenly see my browser, another screen opening and all moving, And for a moment, I was confused because I timed it that it has to run this time in the morning, and then and I'm checking it twice a day, and but that's I will show that hopefully that one. Okay, let's go into the autonomous intelligence. So we with anti-gravity, I think you saw it. I think I have also another one, but I can, but you can. It's actually much more easy. This companies have made it so easy that Claude Cowork, you can just speak to it and it will create an agent. As simple as that. So and you can do the same thing. So let's look into some of this AI agent and agentic agent with anti-gravity, Claude Cork, and ChatGPT. I want to make sure that we do have the time for your business. So my goal is to make sure that for the business side, we have half an hour, so we have 11 minutes. So let's see what we can do. Um, uh, this is a prompt. I pre-selected it. Obviously, you can. Oh, where is my mouse? Why is it not showing? Okay, so I have a lot of anti-gravity agents, and I also have the other one. So I can I created a fresh one, so we can do on. This is the older one, which is the IDE. This is anti-gravity 2.0, which looks a little bit different. So you can have both of them as you wish. You can actually take this, and this is basically it's. I wanted to know any news around AI. So it's very difficult for me to keep up to date when Moonshot AI is updating, when DeepSeek is doing, when Quen is doing, when Mistral is doing something, when Falcon is coming with something, when Gemini is doing. I mean, it's so difficult to keep up to date. So I decided, you know what? Why don't I have an AI news tracker, and that's going to scrap through all the things and every day, and it's just going to bring it. But this one is an agent, so I just trigger it. So you can see in this one, I know it's a little bit. So I just said, okay, I want to know about OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, DeepMind, Meta AI. I'm checking Hugging Face. I'm checking GitHub. I'm also checking the newses on TechCrunch and Archive, and so I'm looking at also the articles. So this is how, you'll have this PDF, so you can just copy paste this, and if you do that, the agent works simply. But this is a agent which is triggered. So it's even though which is even though I'm asking it to check every 12 hours, twice a day, but unless you have the agent on and the laptop on, it's just not, because these are all desktop based. So it doesn't. So this is how you can create. Sorry. This is how you can create an agent. I might have it running somewhere. I have to check it out. I might have it. I'm not. I think I have a way too many. So I'm not. I'm just gonna spare the for now. I can tell you that if you just copy this one, as Afran said, I mean we have to wait for it to execute. Each of these takes about 3 to 4 minutes, but I'll just copy and run it, and then I'm not going to wait for the result because it will just happen. Let me use the low cost one, and then just run it, and it will just do the job. Okay, let's go to the next one while it's doing. The next one is these are even easier as things goes easier. Oh, what happened to my slide? I went to somewhere else. So yeah. So Claude Cowork. Claude Cowork is of course, you need to have a minimum paid subscription of the. Oh, I turn off this mic. So you need to have a subscription for Claude. Though it's $20, I think, per month. So and I wanted to buy a MacBook Pro, and I said, okay, I want this is my configuration. Find the cheapest option. I want including shipping. I know in California, I'm in California right now, so there's because there's also a sales tax and so on. So I wanted to go and extract and find it, where's the cheapest, and select the lowest price and all those sort of things. And if I run it, I can bring it. I can just show it here. 1 minute. And again, this takes a very long time. So I just in other words, keeps on running and running till cows come home. So let me bring it down a little bit. So when you run any agentic, your browser starts becoming same Chrome starts becoming in a very different way. So it already went and created. So these are some of the results that it has come through, and I will show you how it shows on the Claude. But it went and found out that this is a price, this is the best price. It went and looked at Mac rumor. I mean, it took quite a long time, and it came back with this result. And same thing I've done for the flight also. I'll show it later. But the way it looks like is if you go to the Claude. So I have the Mac. So if you look at it, this is how. So it will generate the entire thing, and you can even see each of the browser it has gone through. I'm just showing it very quickly because if I want to run this, it is going to take 10 minutes. But it is going to, so I don't have to worry about where is the cheapest one, who is the best. So I have said I want the standard warranty. I want what I want. I wrote exactly my spec. I said I want it delivered to my place, including shipping. I want the cheapest, and all those kind of things. So it went through different places, and it went all by itself. This entire exercise may have taken 10-15 minutes because agentic is not that fast, because it literally opens up each of the browser and goes through each one of them one by one, and I can run it again. The good thing is, I can run it again. So this is how it, you can see over here, it came back and it said these are the cheapest. Best Buy or B&H or Costco. I have a different price, uh, days of shipping, and free delivery. What's the price? So it does a lot of work, and it brings everything. It has checked everything, and this was the prompt. It's so simple, and this prompt you could have spoken to it, or you can say run again. If I say run again, it will do it, but you will see my browser going all kinds of things. But so all you have to do is go to cowork. So you take a cowork and you just run it. You just say it. So same thing I did for my flight from San Francisco to Amsterdam. I'm looking for a flight, and I said I want very cheap. I want it to be less than $1,000. It's not able to get to $1,000, and I wanted also 2 bags free. I want one stop. So I wrote this prompt. I basically I ran the scheduled tasks. If I run it again, it's active. It's running every day. It is running every day. It's checking for me that I need to have a return flight for $1,000. I gotta have something that gives me two bags, and I've given it freedom on the months when I want to do it. So it's not a fixed date. So I'm planning well in advance. It is running every day. Uh, and by the way, because the token cost is very high from after people wake up, so 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. token cost is very high. So I'm using it early in the morning to run it. But and then so today it ran at 8:15 automatically. It's because it's active. I can manually trigger it to run, and if I do it like this, it's gonna go right now. Um, it's supposed to be doing twice a day, so it's again it's running right now. If you these are some of the agents that are all time based, and it's just running. But it's the message is actually it's quite a easy thing. It's not a very difficult thing. Um, it's running in the background. It will shoot me all those results. If I want, I can see it also. Oh no, this is the LinkedIn one. This is the flight one. So it's going to of course you cannot have your desktop closed, but it will go. It has the schedule. It will do the scheduling, and it will run the schedule. So this is how Cloud Core works. So you can simply just open, just have the subscription of Cloud Code. And if I just say simple thing, it's not well structured right now, but if I just say, let's see, what do I own? Oh, I could say just find me the cheapest iPhone 16 price, ship it to my California free of charge. I want it in 1 day. That's it. And just hit it, and it just creates a workflow of its own. And it just you can see it's going to do the browser. I have another, I think underneath the browser is going to start firing up, and it's already checking all those websites. It's as simple as that. Look at this. It's finding for 550, 799. I mean, it's gonna go crazy. I mean, it just did it because my prompt was very stupid, but I can tell you that it went through all these sites, and it went through all of those, and it just came back with a boom. I mean, I can look at the result over there. But so this browser is in that way. And same thing I have for the flights also. It went to my it went and see, it's right now you can see the mouse. This mouse, it's actually, I'm not doing, it's doing on its own because I clicked it. So it's doing, it's moving all its own on its own. It has taken over. Of course, I can try to take control, but right now it's taken over. It's figuring out, but it's slow. So so don't expect any agentic to do the work in 1 minute or something. You need to give it a time. It's going to figure it out. Again, I said $1,000, so it's really struggling to figure out where it's going to get the $1,000 because it looks like everything is 1,500. Even 1,090 is there, so it's flipping through. Oh, it found something in 900. I can see that in July. So again, it is a return flight, so it's not only one way. So it's got to figure it out. So let it study that. I've given the time for outbound from San Francisco. I've said last week of July, and then inbound I've given it returning. I said I've given it a whole month because it's very far in the future. But anyway, this is how agentic works. You can use Cloud Code and you just let it run, and you can, the good thing about is you have a task. The way to think about, you have a task. I have a target of 1,000. I want to get it done. Go hunt for me. Come back when you get it. I don't give permission to use my credit cards and everything. It's very dangerous. So obviously we put a human in the middle. So we just want. I also said that I'm a Sky team member. So now my preference is this airlines. So it has already some of those restrictions. So it knows I want KLM or SS and all those kind of things because I have some privileges over there. So it's gonna do. So it's gonna keep on running because I triggered it manually again. So as you can see, it's doing. So this is what agentic is, as simple as this. Okay, so it's seeing cheapest, it's finding cheapest. You can see here, it's finding, but again, it cannot be more than one stop. I said, I want direct or maximum one stop. Those are some of my criteria that I've said already upfront, and I did it. So that's an example. Let it run. We have other fish to fry. So this is with Claude. Now, some of you may know ChatGPT Atlas. I don't know if you. I mean, it's available to everybody, I think. Same thing. You can do the same thing, but ChatGPT Atlas is a browser, agentic browser. So you don't need to even say it anything. It just works like a magic. So this is agentic browser. And it does, you can see it does all kinds of things. So if I just have to say something, and agent mode is on, and it's just going to do it, right? If I say I don't know, find cheapest my cheapest flight to from SFO to AMS next week. Oh, sorry, someone came in. Okay, next week. I prefer Sky team. and direct. And you just hit it, and what's going to happen is this is an agentic browser, so by itself there's nothing, no magic to it. It's so more and more agentic capability is going to be a layman's thing. It's getting so simplified, so easy, that the way we do business, the way we do search, the way we do things are all going to be so simplified. Obviously, I didn't say check for next 7 days and all those sort of things. I just said, even I didn't say check for the next few days. I just said find me the cheapest flight for next week, and I prefer SkyTeam and direct flight. And it's gonna do first. It's gonna thinking through. It's figuring out, and then suddenly you'll see the browser moving left and right, and it will take over it will take control over of the browser. And so you can use it in a very different way. This was so simple that it just brought it. But if I were to do a little bit more complex, it would go and open the browser like it did before for the laptop that I was doing. It went there. It said timed out because I didn't buy it. It actually put the thing just to show you that when I was trying to buy the laptop, not only uh, not only it went and got it, but it also put it into the cart. All it wanted me to do is uh, confirm my zip code and make the payment. It did everything. It found the entire thing that is needed for the things, and the whole, there's a whole aspect of it that is there. But anyway, so that is agentic. You will have the slides. As you can see, my flight is still keep on going. It's still checking over there. So, okay. Now we go to the next section, which is the business model. And in the interest of time, I'm very respectful for all of your time. So this is I think where you would have a lot of. Sure, wait, it jumps to somewhere else. Where's my number four? Number four, yeah. So all of us wants to figure out what were the ideas that we have, how good is it. You don't, all of you don't have, not often you have access to a venture capitalist or investors. You don't get to pitch at the event, or you have some ideas, is this going to work or not work? So you have a lot of those things, but we all are entrepreneur by heart, and engineers are also. So how do you know your idea is going to be good? So you can use the very simple build your micro business. Just test it out before. And most important is actually what I want to tell you is that in the old days, building was the bottleneck. These days, building any product is not the bottleneck. Your distribution is the biggest problem. Your go-to market, your customer segmentation, pricing, strategic partnership, relationship. That part AI cannot replace it. But AI can, if you know what you want, as Afran has shown, you can build a product in 1 weekend. I mean, of course, that's a saying, 1 weekend. If it is a simple thing, yes, definitely in one day. But what engineering is to be very difficult has become very easy if you have architected it properly, done everything. But your go-to market is not going to be, AI is not going to help you. So you got to know who to go. So you take your famous a lean business model canvas, okay? So you take and it has this 9 attributes, right? Problem, solution. You write it down. Well, guess what? Why write it down? You use your frontier model. Just give your idea and ask it to use the lean business canvas model and ask it to ask you the question, so that you just answer each one. And you can do not only through text, you can also do it through voice. You can just speak to it. And by the way, one trick I want to tell you, that you get a better result if you speak to the AI, because you are speaking your mind. When you're writing, you're trying to be more, you're restraining yourself. Your creative juice is not flowing that much. And sometimes people write as if the AI is a human being. AI is not a human being. It has no personality. It has no tantrum. It doesn't have any sentiments. Nothing. It's a machine. So just talk to it the way you think. it will, and more you give, because it is LLM is best for contextual information, so it will be able to understand what you want, and your result will be even better than writing, at least for some people like me. So you take this. So you have an idea. So I thought, in the interest of time, there is this company in the Netherlands, and by the way, they don't know. I just they don't know I'm doing this. There's a company called Squad Mobility. It's very fantastic. It's half the size of a car. I thought, let me show you how to do one, and then maybe you guys can try it out. So half the size of a car, and the rooftop is solar. It's very light. You can take off the doors also. You can take off the roof. It can become a convertible, so to speak, open rooftop in the summer. Who doesn't like it? The sides can be opened as well, and everything. And the batteries are modular, so you can, you know, take inside home and charge it and bring it here, or keep two more and swap it. So it's a swappable. So in everything it looks fantastic. So they are saying this is the world's first solar city car for daily urban mobility. I'm always interested. I've sold two companies in automotive, so automotive has always been my passion. Okay, so this is this car. I just want to show you a little bit how does it look like. It's amazing, amazing, amazing video. So you can see this is their company. They are raising money. I know the owners. Should I go and book a car already beforehand? Should I pay for it or not? So this is something which is a decision in front of me. So it looks. I just want to give you a feel for what this car is. This is a city car, just for you to understand. It's a quite cheap, actually, very cheap. So, and parking can be like this, which is amazing if you think about in an urban city like in Amsterdam or Rotterdam in Netherlands. Okay, so you got a taste of that car, so you can look at it. Okay, it's solar. It has some of these things. So now I need to figure out. Wait a minute. Is this a company that worth me investing? Imagine I was pitching this company. If I was this company, and what are the risk exposure of this company? What do you think could go right, go wrong? So let's go back to our homework. So I just took some pictures, so you have the context of this. So from this, based on only giving this public information, LLM is capable to actually fill up the lean business model canvas. And you always say, don't forget the prompt. You always say, if you don't know, ask me for clarification. So don't just say take it, because if you just don't say anything, it will just invent things to populate that thing. So what I did is I actually ran that on this company, just using their public website, and it took all the information from the public website. And also I asked, if you don't have any clarity, tell me, and go search. I told it, go search every possible investment, every possible relationship they have, anything out there, go bring it over there. So I can see already, how many of the pre-orders are there. It fetched out in terms of how many pre-orders are there, how many are interested in distribution. It has brought everything. This is filled by an LLM, right? So this is, and obviously for clarity, I had to give certain informations but I will say that 90% of it, I don't have the time to figure out, what is their pre-order amount, how many are interested in distribution, what's their target, how many investors are there, how much they have invested. I just created the prompt in such a way that it harnessed the global internet knowledge, what is out there. Obviously, what's not out there, we don't know, plus the company's website, and filled up this 9 criteria. It is the same canvas, just in a table format. Now, for a change, I will just I can just take the copy of it. I don't need to. I just copied the slide. So what are we going to do? So now, okay, now I'm going to test this one. So So this is a pitch focus. So I would like you guys to take 20 minutes. If I don't think we have 20 minutes anymore, you got to do offline, okay? But you think of any startup or any company that you want to fill out the lean canvas, use the LLM the way, and ask it to ask any question, and then this is where the magic comes. So that's the idea how you do that. So your business, you can actually modify it, get if you know your competition or anything, you can ask them, these are my competition, these are this. So you can actually harness their go to market, their strategy and everything, by using a proper prompt. And now, okay, this is for you to defend, but I want to go quickly to show the magic. So we have created a smart avatar AI advisory Shark Tank. And in this Shark Tank, we have five people's knowledge base. We have taken all the public knowledge of Elon Musk. We have taken the public knowledge of Sam Altman. We have taken public knowledge of Dario, who is the CEO of Anthropic. We have also taken Guy Kawasaki, who was a chief designer of Apple during Steve Jobs' time, and we have taken Reid Hoffman, who is the ex um, founder of LinkedIn. So we have taken all their body, all the evaluations they have done in the public space, and we have trained our model to think like them, evaluate like them, make decisions like them. And we have created a custom GPT. So this is custom GPT, and we're going to go to that custom GPT. So this is again, because you have the link, you don't need to pay. This is a free account. And this is the custom GPT. And you can, let me just look at this here. The next slide will tell you, sorry. The next slide. Okay. I'm showing you the report, but let's go to the, where did it go? Custom GPT. Yeah. So this is the custom GPT. So you can use this link. You will not find it. Only people who have the link will be able to access it. That's how I have enabled it right now. And this is our super Shark Tank, and you'll see, and it's a free account, so you don't need to have any paid chat GTP. And you can just say you just put the slide. I just put the lean canvas. Remember that I had. I just put it over there. And I can say act as my AI Shark Tank board and analyze my startup or whatever you can just say. Or I can say analyze the company for investment. Yeah, for investment. What else? Yeah, just keep it at just for investment. I'm just going to keep it very simple, or I could have pressed any one of those, but I just want to show you the magic of this, what happens when you do that. And suddenly amazing magical things are going to happen. So it's going to analyze in a very and the way I've created it, it's actually looking at its all aspect of business, and it's going to rank it, it's going to color code it, it's going to tell me the strategic visualization dashboard. So it's telling me what are the areas that they have problem. So in this case, this company, on the scalability, they have a manufacturing and homologation. So basically they don't have the large scale manufacturing fixed yet to build this car. Yes, they have made a prototype, they have made 10, 20, 100 of them, but they have not have a factory ready. And to homologize is to get certified to sell in a country for safety, crash, and all those things. They are not there yet. But from the vision point of view, they are very strong. From their technical mode, which is their differentiation, they are YOLO. So it is giving me a indication. Then it's going to give me the readiness score of their product readiness score, their technical. This is on a scale 1 to 10, as you can see. So it's giving me, again, remember, this is the you will see at the end as I go through this. These guys are the toughest of the toughest. So don't feel bad if they are scoring 6 or something, which normally would be very good. but in many places they are getting very good. So team capability is going very high because they came from Lightyear, another solar car company from the Netherlands, which was amazing. But that company priced it at 320,000 euro a car. I don't know, they were crazy. And then market timing, they are at the right timing. So you can see the attributes that I've created in order to analyze any business, any of my, even our own products. We can test it. So it gave an overall readiness score, and then it also went into the risk heat map. So it's telling me about the severity, probability, and the concern for the advisors, and it is saying which advisor. So I told you that I have an advisor. I have a knowledge base, huge knowledge base trained behind this model. And so Sam Altman, who is the OpenAI, he's giving severity high and probability high. He's saying EV commoditization, because China is leading the EV market, and they are reducing the price like there is never tomorrow. So he thinks that this is a severity is very high and probability of is very high, which is a very high risk in investing in a EV company in Europe right now. EV means electric vehicle. Sorry, I think you all get it. Elon Musk thinks that severity is critical, probability is high in manufacturing delay. He thinks that supply and demand will not be there, so people may have to wait for a very long time. You may have put the money in there and you have to wait very long time, because publicly we have not seen any contract of major manufacturing for this automotive. So like this, it has created from each one of them on different sector, like battery supply. Elon Musk, again, this avatar Elon Musk thinks severity is medium, probability is medium. So like that, you can see strategic priority stack. It has gone through the revenue. I will not. In this interest of time, I'm just gonna, because you have now the link. I put it on the slide. You can actually use that as a way for all of any of your business, even your neighbor's business, your neighbor's idea. Even if you want an advice, should I do this or this and that? The more context you give, it will be an amazing sounding board. And you will not have any, I can tell you, you will not have any better advisor, any human advisor than this. This will simply blow away your mind once you understand the power of this one, because there's a lot of data to train this. And so on the venture board, it is coming up and giving me on different front, founder feed, distribution strength, scalability, capital efficiency, investor attractiveness, and it's giving me a score. Their survivability, will they survive or not, is giving me a score. Chance of them becoming a unicorn. Unicorn is a company that can hit 1 billion. What is the probability of them becoming $1 billion company? Investor readiness. They are the seed Series A, somewhere in between. So pre-Series A, which is in Europe, they call it pre-scale up. Europe language is like scale up and those kind of thing. Here we use seed Series A in US. So overall, you can see the competitive positioning. And there's a Chinese generic market, so you can see how it scores across different thing. Obviously, the biggest concern here every time is the manufacturing, because a lot of the parts are coming from China, so they are China dependent anyway. So, and they don't have a manufacturing ready. I think other than that, they look pretty solid. White space is a market. We call it white space, means nobody is out there. So it's a market to grab. So it's saying in the resort, because the type of vehicle, you can use it in the resort, you can use it in the campus area, like in a hospital campus or university campus, some sort of all those, or city patrol fleet. The guy who's, I don't know, security guard, I guess. So these are some of the open space that has not been captured, which is typically a golf cart. But this says, oh, you can go with that. Market saturation risks is overcrowded. Consumer EV is overcrowded. We know that. And then here's the deep advisory, and then you get each of the advisors from their perspective. So the way so what would Elon Musk say? He would say, you are not building a solar car, you are building an urban transportation. If your advantage is only vehicle, you will lose it. So basically, you need to think a little bit about the urban transportation system and not about the car, because if you're talking about car, his avatar believes you already lost it. So you got to have 10x operating advantage. And then his concerns again listed here: manufacturing, battery, crash survivability. Remember, they have not done homologation. So they have not done crash survivability test, which takes a long time in a car. I built car. Building a car nowadays is faster than getting through all the safety certification. So you have that. Then you have from Sam Altman point of view, he said, if a Chinese manufacturer copies your vehicle in 18 months, why do you still exist? I mean, these are the questions that you got to ask, answer. So whatever you bring to the table from your perspective, your idea, it could be a chip, it could be, I don't know, whatever area you're working, or someone else's, or your friend's company. You will go through this rigor. Guy Kawasaki as I said, he was a top designer, chief designer officer of Apple during Steve Jobs' time. So he comes from the aesthetic point of view, messaging point of view, go to market, and all those sort of things. So he, in his way, he says the winning pitch is the lowest cost protected urban fleet vehicle ever built, whatever. Okay, in America is ever built, the best, the greatest. I mean, those are usual terminology used here. But there are some action items. So you can look through, and then Reid Hoffman is the ex-CEO of LinkedIn. So also from Y Combinator. So there's a very very well known. Dario is from the Anthropic. So he has some safety concerns as a big thing. So I gave a very small prompt. Think about what it is, because this is the mindset that how I would look at a business, and then I captured it and bottled it into how I want the report to come out to be. And then I used, but instead of me judging it, I used the knowledge base of this iconic figure. You can come up with other iconic figure. We can do for medical, you can do for any sector. If I have three cancer specialists or five cancer specialists, I can make an avatar of them. In this case, now it's digital. We can even have the physical. In Smart Avatar, we are working on a human avatar or human digital twin. So you combine that with this knowledge base, you would have avatars talking and speaking to you and having a conversation. And so you can go through this. It's really, and then there's a final verdict. I mean, it's really 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 long race. It depends what the ask is. My ask was very simple. I just said, is it good for investment? But if a different result would pop up by saying that the what is does this company have a right go to market, or if you want to say that analyze this company's not from investment but from strategic partnership and opportunity to expand in Europe and beyond, it will produce a totally different outcome. So I think this is mind blowing in any direction you take, and I think this is probably the highlight that I want to share with you guys. You have the link here. We will share the deck, and then it will be distributed. So I created a different investment analysis, and if you ask for a PDF, I just took the front page, but it produces amazing. If I would have said, give me a report, it would have created a amazing report and this is just the first page. There are many pages. I just didn't want to show that. There's no time for hands-on exercise. I wanted you guys to put your business plan, write the name, find a company out there very quickly, and put this prompt, and then analyze it, and then you would be super surprised that how using this tool you are able to get fantastic mindset. Okay, very 2 minutes left. I just want to say that lastly that there is more thing. Most important I talked about is your visibility. So we have another platform called AI Job Mixer. It's you have free credits over there. Make sure you understand your LinkedIn score. You would be surprised. You would be surprised that most people don't know their LinkedIn score. So if you go to AI Job Mixer, I just want to quickly show you what it looks like. And because your LinkedIn is the way to get to a job, because the recruiters are going to come for you, not other way around. So if you go to the LinkedIn, oh, don't show my credit card. So uh, um, let me see quickly. I don't know. Oh, I'm not even signed in. Okay. Okay. So you put your LinkedIn score, and it will analyze it, and it will give you an amazing score. It takes a while. Let me go back. So, and then it will give you the fix, how to fix it so that you can be in the top tier. And in the LinkedIn will allow actually the recruiter to find you, discover you. So you want more to people to find you rather than you looking for them. So you want more what we call inbound. You want more inbound traffic. Portfolio is a page where you want to make sure that your portfolio looks great. What does a portfolio look like? Where was I? I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm in a different browser now. Portfolio looks like this. So for example, I have this. So portfolio shows a body of work, and it's all free. So it's a direct. You don't have to pay for your domain or hosting. We are making it free because we see a lot of students having pain. And so I just created. There are many portfolios out there, but I'm just showing my portfolio, and it shows my body of work that I have done over the last years. That companies that I've sold, I've built, I've promoted. So there's a video. You get to hear my authentic voice. You see the type of products I've built and sold. And so you are demonstrating the portfolio. A lot of you might think, oh, I don't have so much. Well, you do have something because you are a student. You must have done some projects here and there. So talk about your project. Talk about your experience. If you have received any award, put it out there, and then you can get even your wallet. This is Apple Wallet and Google Wallet. If you press this, boom, your Apple Wallet comes. If you do it on the mobile phone, you'll get your Apple Wallet. So that's hope, so that's the portfolio. I would like you guys to do those two things, and then going back to the very first, because it's top of the hour. So I just want to say that if you if you do the things that we are saying here, make your LinkedIn, improve your LinkedIn, improve your portfolio, create a prompt to 3D that we talked about, create one agent, and it is a .md markdown file. All agents, doesn't matter. The beauty of the markdown file is it works on it works on Claude, it works on Gemini, it works on Grok, it works on Chat GPT, so it works on anything. So you need to create a MD file, a .md file. So that's your agent, and you share your AI. You talk about the AI agent that you made and write a post. If you do that, we will give a customized LinkedIn, a customized certificate for this event for MetaCities. And the beauty of this is it has unique code. You cannot see it here. There's a unique code, and that code can be verified. And that means nobody else can copy and Photoshop it and write their name and think that they got it certified. No, they have not. So, and I don't think anybody has like a Bitcoin, a blockchain type of uh, um, um, credential on their certificate that is immutable and cannot be replicated that easily. So that's what we have. So with that, I want to say we have come to the end. 2 minutes over the time limit.
Before ending, I just want to make a correction. I mean, last time we was creating the agent and it was not working. So I just need 2 minutes if you allow me.
Oh, all right. Okay. If everybody is okay with that, okay, 2 minutes. Okay. There you go.
I think that would be helpful for them. So I'm sharing my screen again. So you are able to see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I tried to debug what was the issue. So there was two issue. The first issue was only reply if relevant. So it was true. So that's why when I was sending a message from a different mail, like pricing or so it's skipping the mail because it was irrelevant according to the knowledge base. And another thing is now what I did, the auto send is true. So it was false last time. So that was the mainly two issue. Otherwise, everything was okay. So I'll just send a message now just to show you how it works. So let's say I'll just send a hi. And I reduced the checking time like 10 seconds. Last time it was 60 seconds. So just to show you quickly. And so this is the message I sent from a different mail. And it's like hi. I just sent hi with no subject. And see, here you can see it found the new mail, which is hi. And so this is the mail and the reply is sent. I mean, the auto reply is done. So if I just refresh it now, so as you can see, from this account, I just sent hi and it's respond hi upfront. Thanks for reaching out. So this is the automated reply. So the correction was actually on this part and here. Thank you. So this was
Thank you. No, very good. And this has the ability to also parse and look at the order number. If you create the structure, it will be able to pull up the order number. It will be able to check your database and see whether when the order was, and then it can actually customize the reply accordingly. So that brings us to the end. I think there is one question. I don't know whether we have the time for that. This is a interesting question. I have a question about coding. If someone wants to create new code, let's say a simulator, based on existing parts of the code, each doing a different thing, and wants to merge the existing parts of the code, add new ideas or features, and create new modular simulator. What do you suggest about that? Are there any free platform to achieve it? Free platform. Maybe the free part is something maybe a little bit difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can say that cost effective. Cost effective because you have to take an API to do something. But I think Afran, you may want to say something. But my thought over here. Go
I
ahead.
don't think there is any good platform. I have not seen, but I can suggest only Cloud Code and Codex for that type of tags. So and those two are paid actually, not free.
But it is significantly cheaper than your simulator. So you can use your old code to look in to revive to the new code also, and then use but block by block, or you can try to merge old with the new. That may cause another problem. But with Claude, it's very expensive. They run out of token like never tomorrow. I don't know if you've seen last week or this week, Microsoft has banned all its employees to use Anthropic or Claude because the bill was running through the roof. And just to last month, a month or month and a half ago, engineers were valued here by saying how much is your bill, and so they are all bragging, oh, I have a bill of $100,000 per month. Someone is saying I have 150,000. So and I wrote an article on LinkedIn saying that even $10,000 a month is impossible for us as a company to think about. So what has happened is Microsoft's year budget increased from 27% to 34%, and they have ran out of the year budget already in the month of May because of the token cost. So if you look at the news of the Microsoft, you'll see it's big news all over the place. So and people are now beginning to realize there's no free lunch, understanding how to use tokens in a very efficient way is very important. And one trick that I want to tell you, maybe not for people who are interested in saving token, you want to do what is called caveman coding. So caveman coding is a very interesting way of saying AI is not a human. Most of the people talk to AI like it's a human. Please, can I have this? Could you please write that? Could you has no meaning. You're just wasting your token. So I just want to say, so caveman coding gets you the same result, but assume that you don't speak English and you don't understand grammar. Just put the words that you need. Give me, or I want this, right? It's better, kind of in a layman language. The less words you use to describe your thing, the less token, because it amplifies. Every token amplifies into many other token on the output side. And because why am I saying is because when this companies goes IPO with $1 trillion, and the shareholders are going to say, where is the profitability? They're going to come back to us, and this $20 addiction is going to change into $200, and then we will be in big trouble because we don't know how to use it in an efficient way. So learning to do things in the wrong way will you have to pay it in a big way later. So that's the reason why even the prompt engineering and contextual engineering sounds boring, but it's very, very efficient. And that's the reason we created this platform, and we made it 100% free to get those training and certificate on AI prompt mixer, because we think that we need to educate our youth and everybody, even people like us, because I also get into the what I call the lazy prompt. So it's very important that we use it in a very clearly, because they use a lot of energy, a lot of water. You don't see that, but that bill is going to come and hit us. There's no free lunch. And if you use agentic, it's using 100 times more. So that means your energy bill they are using 100 times more. Someone has to pay. So that's the reason why we need to be very careful with these resources. Treat it like your oil, very carefully, right?